Hello and welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Cooking with Sun King. It is I, Chef Steven. Today we are here with our good friend Oktoberfest to make and infuse a pork party patty. Some might know it as the Serious Eats recipe Ribby McRibface. Others might know it as that fast food juggernaut that we won't mention, nor the thing that they make, because we love not getting sued. What we are doing is going to smoke some ribs. We're going to pick those and then infuse them into a pork and bacon patty. We've got a nice little bacon barbecue sauce with Oktoberfest that we're going to do for all of you today with our good friends from Green Bean Delivery and White's Ace Hardware and Fisher's and Carmel. And I think we're just gonna jump right in. So let's get going. So to get started, we need to smoke some ribs. This is one of those really cool integral parts of the pork party patty. We've got technically four different kinds of pork today, but these are great organic baby back ribs. And we just need to lightly treat them, peel the silver skin off. We will rub them with some Lily's Carolina dirt and get those on the smoker. Really cool technique coming up. We'll talk about that while we prep our ribs. And then once those are fully done, we'll add those and make our pork party patty, smoke it as well, finish it with a really great Oktoberfest infused barbecue sauce. We got it on a huge pen bellow roll from Scholars Inn Bakery, and we're gonna have a lot of fun today. So let's get into it. So we're gonna remove these from the package. We've got these beautiful baby back ribs to get started, but the first thing that we need to do to make sure they're gonna be ultra tender and delicious is pat them dry so they're a little easier to handle. And there's the silver skin that runs on the back of these. If you were getting these from a local butcher, you can actually just ask your butcher to have this removed, or you can do it yourself. I always prefer to do so myself. So we'll start here in the corner with a paring knife, and we just kind of want to get under that silver skin so we have something to grab a hold of. If we don't remove this, it really kind of makes the rib meat kind of tough, and you'll have a big piece of silver skin in your pork party patty. So this goes away. And then we'll get to rubbing. So we've got this wonderful Carolina barbecue dirt rub. It's got everything we need already in it, all of the good smoky flavors of paprika, brown sugar, all those wonderful things. So we'll do the side we just took the silver skin off of. We'll just lightly pat. We don't want to rub that too much in. We want it to stick and be nice and coated evenly, and then we'll do the front side of our ribs. And you don't want too much. We'll be able to actually re-season this whole patty a little later on, but we just want a nice light rub on these ribs, which allows it to pick up a lot of smoke. And of course, it's gonna infuse that rib meat with some delicious flavor as well. So we'll let that sit on there. Ideally up to 8 hours. You can go as long as 24. You don't wanna go any longer than that, because then you'll start to cure your ribs. But off we go to the Traeger. We'll lay those on there, give them a little pat. And let them go. So to smoke these ribs, we are using the ever faithful 3-2-1 method. So we will smoke them on the Traeger for 3 hours at 225 degrees. We'll then pull them off, and I usually like to cut them in half so they're just a little easier to manage. I'll wrap them in just a little bit of parchment paper and foil. They'll go on the same 225 degree Traeger for about 2 hours. And that very last hour is just making sure they rest. Make sure they're not super hot while you're trying to pick all of the rib meat, and B, it just kind of allows all of those juices to go back into the ribs and make sure they're perfect, tender, and delicious. Great method, especially for something like this, because we do want that kind of pull apart texture. If you like something, if you're actually just doing ribs for Labor Day, make sure you can just do a 3-2 and then pull them off and sauce them and get them all crusty and delicious. But we are going to now move on to our barbecue sauce. So we've got 3 simple ingredients. One, of course, has more bacon in it, because what is a pork party patty without bacon-infused barbecue sauce? We've got this really great apple bacon barbecue sauce from our good friends at Brownwood Farms. It actually is very apple heavy. There's a little bit of smoke there, a little bit of bacon, and some really great flavors, but it definitely kind of ties the room together as far as the Oktoberfest is concerned. So we'll go in with just about half a bottle. So that goes in there. Then we need an Oktoberfest. We'll go in with about 4 ounces of our Oktoberfest, or a third of a can. Of course, you can drink the other 8, which is always great. Last but not least, about 6 ounces of your favorite just sticky and sweet barbecue sauce. We've got some from Lily's Q again, so we're gonna dump that in as well. Shoo. Magnificent. We'll give that a quick whisk just to combine. And this is also in a grill safe pan, so we will take this to the Traeger as well to infuse it with a little bit of smoke while our ribs are cooking. back around. Perfect. Ta-da. Our ribs have smoked for 3 hours, and then they've been foil wrapped. They've allowed to cook for 2 more hours, and then they've rested for a whole nother hour. So this is what we've got. We've got delicious, perfectly cooked rib meat as the base of our pork patty party situation. So we can actually just take these bones right out. We'll break everything up. And you can see this isn't like super tender, but it's exactly what we want as far as this texture is concerned. Watch out for any cartilage. We don't want bouncy pieces in our pork party patty, but we can just shred all of this up, and this is going to be the base of our situation. So we've got our base, we've got our pulled rib meat, we've got a pound of ground pork. This is definitely the thing that ties the entire package together. Really awesome Woodland Farm stuff. 8 ounces of uncured applewood smoked bacon bits from our good friends at Smoking Goose. Those will get crumbled in there. We want to go in with just a tiny little bit more of our rub that we use to rub the ribs. Probably just a tablespoon or so, and then back in. Now we get to mix it all up. And this is that opportunity to make sure everything is nice and combined. We've got awesome chunks of rib meat running through here, and of course all of the delicious ground pork and bacon. We've got our rub. Now that this is ready to go, you can portion this out into 4 or even 6 individual patties, but that's not how we do it here in the Hoosier State. We go big, and we'll get this to be about a 1/2 inch thick or so. Kind of the nice football shape that the bread is in, and that is kind of all she wrote. We now get to take this over to the Traeger. We're gonna smoke this for just about an hour at the same 225 degrees, and this can absolutely be done the day before. So all you have to do is pop it on the grill when you're ready to go, and then we'll finish it up and have a delicious pork party. Yeah! Awesome. On to assembly. Our patty has reached a minimum of 165 degrees. It's smoky and perfect and delicious. We've got our warm roll. We'll actually just kind of build everything right on here. We will take our patty and gently lift it up. Oh yeah, that's how we do it. We've got our apple bacon barbecue sauce with Oktoberfest, and we'll start to glaze that. We'll serve some more on the side just because they're delicious. Then we'll go on with some pickles, and don't be shy with these either. This is that nice little acidic punch that cuts the sweetness of the barbecue sauce, so we'll go all the way across on this as well. Ta-da! Just a nice sweet onion to go over the top as well, just for that extra crunch. Perfect time of year for this. It's about 1/2 of a medium onion. And then last but not least, our top. And that, as they say, is all she wrote. We're gonna go straight to the plate. It's huge, it's enormous, it's a showstopper, it's a pork party patty. Now all we need is a nice cold beer. And there it is in all its glory. A beautiful pork party patty with that wonderful apple bacon barbecue sauce featuring, of course, the German style lager Oktoberfest. And we hope you guys have a great Labor Day to take this on a nice long weekend and really just have fun with it. And as always, we want to thank all of you for following along. Of course, we want to thank our great friends at Green Bean Delivery. This recipe, along with all of the other Cooking with Sun King recipes, are there at greenbeandelivery.com/blog. We also want to thank our great friends at White's Ace Hardware in Carmel and Fishers for the equipment. If you are watching this on Facebook or Instagram, head on over to YouTube and you'll see these really cool like and subscribe buttons. And go ahead and push that little bell. That will give you notification as soon as a brand new episode of Cooking with Sun King comes out. So in those links is a lot of great things to support Sun King. And when you support Sun King, you support us. And we love you for that. So we all hope you have a great Labor Day weekend. Thanks for watching. Cheers.